So in the beginning, I was really scared that people are going to be really racist to me and I might, people might threat, like, just some crazy things were coming to my mind. And my mom was obviously really terrified, but she was just praying all the time that I would be safe. Um, Hi guys, my name is Shahad Al-Fadil, and I'm here today to tell you guys about my story with Southwestern Advantage program. Well, for those who don't know what Southwestern is, basically we sell educational resources to families throughout the summer as interns. And I'm gonna be really honest about my experience. So basically, I'm a senior at the University of Kansas and I'm studying HR. And last summer was my first summer with Southwestern Advantage. So the way I heard about this program, I was actually leaving my supply chain class, and this girl stopped me and asked me if I wanted to win a Starbucks card and if I wanted to learn about this internship. And I was like, cool. So I just filled out my information, and then a week later she called me, and unfortunately I didn't win the Starbucks card, but she invited me to this info session, which was in between my classes. I was like, cool, I'll come, why not? And then I attended the info session. It was really cool. I've never had a job, so I was really pumped, really pumped about the money, to be honest, and all these trips that they have, and that it's challenging because I love challenge. And then that night I went and I talked to my mom about it, and my mom was like, "That does not sound real." Like I was telling her big numbers, like I can get like 20K and blah blah blah. And she told me to talk to my dad. I talked to my dad about it, and he was like, that's such a scam. That's like definitely a pyramid scheme, whatever. And he was like, where are you going? And I was like, I don't know where. What are you doing? I was like, I'm not sure. So I had no idea what to even tell my dad. And he's like, no, I don't think you can do this. And because I didn't have the right information to tell him. So, and then I wanted to prove him wrong. And I had interviews. I had an interview with Shayna Short. And then they had a parent visit. They visited my mom at home. My mom really liked them. So she felt like this would be really safe. And she really trusted them. She had a lot of questions too. So, and then fast forward, COVID hit and we had trainings on Zoom. And then we had what interested me about this internship, honestly, that they say whatever you work for, you earn everything you work for. So it's not like an hourly wage. So that's what I really liked about it. And then when COVID hit, we had to quarantine for 2 weeks before going to Nashville for sales school. We quarantined 2 weeks in Kansas City with basically with my organization. And then we drove to Nashville. Nashville was really fun and really hard. We woke up 5 or 6 in the morning. We came back really late at night to our hotel room. And people come back at 10, come back at 11 because there was competitions and I always wanted to win. And during virtual school, my manager, she actually told me that she was going to cut me off because she doesn't think that I can do this. I was really emotional. I wasn't working hard. I was just complaining. And that's basically a lot of red flags that why she didn't want me. So she gave me 2 days to prove myself. And then in those 2 days, I worked really hard. I really watched what I was saying to be really, really positive. And that was one of the biggest things that really pissed me off in the beginning of everything you say has to be positive. And I understand now why they want us to do this. But these people they're just so positive. No negativity in their life. In Nashville, we actually worked really hard. We were memorizing our sales talk, but as a group. So we basically ate lunch together. We were competing against each other. We were helping each other memorize. It was just really positive, but really hard. So going inside the hotel, that was just like the best thing that probably happened throughout the day. And then we drove, everyone drove to Ohio. Well, I know my org, we worked in Ohio. So we drove like in a caravan, all of us together. And because of COVID, the host family situation was really weird. So we lived in an Airbnb, and my manager was trying to find a host family for us. I asked if I could help out, and then I ran into this family that had their daughter. She actually went to my college, and then they actually offered for us to live with them. We were just 5 girls, or 4, I think. And then throughout the summer, our day to day is like waking up 5:59, but me and my friends, we actually woke up 5:45 because we just wanted to start our day earlier. We wake up, we take a cold shower, not like a cold shower, just to shock our system. And then we meet at the breakfast spot. We read something really positive. And then we just basically motivate each other, pump each other up for like our day. And we have like this exact song / dancing. I don't know how to explain it. And then everyone just heads to their town or turf or whatever and start working. When we came into our town, we had to check in with the police. And when I was checking in with the police, I actually I saw people in town. They had their guns with them, which I was really scared. I was terrified. It was really scary for me. And I talked to my manager that night, and I was actually crying, and I was like, oh no, sounds scary. Am I gonna get killed? Which sounds really stupid. So my first day, I didn't work alone. I had to follow my manager. And then when I followed her, I found out that there's actually some nice people. No, I'm not saying everyone is nice. There's some people that are just not nice, and you just have to learn to get over, those people that are like, they're rude, or people who reject the product, not you. And then after that, I wasn't doing really well my first 2 weeks, not doing well at all. But it was just, getting in those good habits, and I wasn't actually working that hard. So there was like no good habits, no working hard. But on Sundays, we meet with everyone, and we just have like a fun day, and we recognize all of our hard work. And I saw some people getting recognized, and I got really jealous, and I was like, why am I not getting recognized? So I actually started working really hard. And then when you work hard, the results really show. And my first week was really, really interesting. Because I actually thought we're gonna be working with someone the whole time. Obviously, I didn't pay attention from the beginning, but you do work alone. Which you actually have to learn to be your own best friend. So you just have to know how to have fun with yourself, and like, how do you motivate yourself? You write some positive things in your car. What music is gonna make you really happy? What music is gonna push you? Do you pray out throughout the day? Stuff like that. My experience overall, I can say it was definitely the hardest thing I've ever done in my entire life, but the best thing I've ever done in my life. And throughout the summer, they always kept saying to have a good summer, like it takes a whole summer to have a good summer. And by finishing strong, I actually finished really strong. My last 2 weeks, I was like working like crazy, putting in all the hours and not taking like many breaks. I just took breaks for my lunch and dinner. But and I hit President Club. You have no idea what that is, but I won so many competitions. I won so many trips. I have so many trips that are all paid for. So it was really awesome. And then delivery week, crazy, but the funnest week of the summer, because you just basically get to hang out with this, the funnest family that care about their kids' education. After that, we go back to Nashville. And when I was driving back, I was like, I don't know if I want to do this again. It's really hard. It's really, really hard. And when I went back to Nashville, I got to meet. I had a personal conference with my district sales leader, and I had a personal conference with the vice president of the company. And they just make you feel so valued. And they really, really like show you how much like they're proud of you. Everyone is proud of you. Everyone. It's just, I think that's one of the biggest reasons I was like, I don't know if I'm ever gonna work in a place where I feel so valued, and especially for the hard work I put in. And yeah, that was one of the biggest reasons why I'm actually coming back, because I love these people. They're so positive. And then trying to transition back to my real life was really hard, because I've noticed that everyone around me is really negative. All of my friends, even my family, so many people are so negative. People do not want to problem solve anything in their life, which that's what this job teaches you, is you really know how to problem solve everything by yourself and learn how to be positive and self-talking and how to have the best attitude, and how much your attitude really affects on your work and your life, basically. I did really good. I was a top rookie, which was awesome. I got almost 20 grand, really cool, with my residual, like monthly payments and stuff. So yes, this internship is all about challenge. If you're looking for something easy, probably not it, but it's a very challenging program. They are looking for hardworking people. They teach you how to be positive. They set you up for success, basically. Oh, and I actually forgot to mention that about like what happens throughout the day. So I usually start work by 8, sometimes 7:30. It depends, because sometimes some families set appointments with me really early in the morning because their kids wake up early or they go to work at 8, stuff like that. And how it goes, I go to these appointments and then they refer me to their friends, or they usually tell me in the neighborhood where I should go. So I'm actually like not knocking on every door, because that's what I did the first week, which was kind of crazy. We go by referrals. So basically, like, I was with Jessica Barnes, and she told me to go to Melissa. And this is basically how it goes. Like, I go from friend to friend, soccer mom to soccer mom, stuff like that. And another thing that I really wanted to mention, being a woman of color, being a Muslim, working in Ohio, especially my turf, the turf I worked in was not diverse at all. There was actually only 6 people that are colored in town, and they know who they are. So in the beginning, I was really scared that people are going to be really racist to me, and I might, people might threat, like, just some crazy things were coming to my mind. And my mom was obviously really terrified, but she was just praying all the time that I would be safe. So to be honest, there wasn't that many people that I expected. There was some people that were really skeptical and were like, who's she? But I checked in with the police and they posted my picture. So every time, even if they call the police, I'm like, who is she? This girl that has something on top of her head, And then they tell her, oh, this is Shahad. She's legit. She checked in with her company. And yeah, I thought, like, I did have the police get called on me like 2 or 3 times, but it's just some people that are just like, I'm just so glad I'm never gonna see them again. And it's part of this job. Like, you really have to learn how to just get over some of these things. Like, just get past it. Like, it's gone. You're never gonna see these people. And that's where growth happens. I had actually a substitute teacher who posted an article about me on Facebook. And then she was really mad that a Muslim lady is selling educational resources to Christian community. She lost her job because of me, which is really crazy. Also, a couple of librarians that reposted her post or shared it or something like that, they also lost their jobs. Everyone in town were like, definitely, they did not support what they were saying. And then they started supporting me, and I started getting so many people that messaged me, so many people that liked my page, and so many people were trying to reach out to me. And then they were like, my kids are struggling with math, or my kid is struggling with his ABCs, or my kid, loves to learn on apps and stuff. What do you have to offer? So because that thing happened and her husband actually kicked me off the property, and in her post she was just saying she was really proud that her husband kicked me off. And I'm so glad I actually got over it. And if she never mentioned it on Facebook, maybe this whole thing wouldn't have happened. But after that, a lot of nice people have reached out to me who really care about their kids' education. And there's so many nice people in this world. You just have to have a good attitude about it. Like, if you're gonna expect people are gonna be mean to you and you're just gonna do bad and you're not, that's the same thing you're thinking is gonna happen, you know? That's kind of everything. Being a Muslim, working in an area that's not very diverse wasn't that crazy. Actually, a lot of people were really happy to meet someone from, Morocco, and they're like, oh my God, you're so cool. And they love learning about different cultures. And yeah, well, thank you guys for listening to my story.